So this is Gemini G2V 2-track DJ mixing console, or what you would call controller. It is really nice actually. You can do it in 4 tracks as well. The selector is here 1, 2, so you can switch 1 and 2 in this side, 1 and 2 on this side, inside your virtual DJ, for example, if you want to. Most of the time, you're not going to use that unless you're really getting into some kind of mashup or whatever you're working on. Besides that, it has a few function buttons here on the top on both decks, which can serve as loops, samples, auto loops, and hot cues, which is really easy to access as long as you don't tap on the plate, because the plate can serve as an actual stop or pause on the song. And of course, you can scratch, or you can put it into search mode instead of scratch mode, so you can just roll around the track. You'll see here in a second when we fire up Virtual DJ. Let me just show you around real quick what's in this console. You have the key lock or the range here. You have the loop move when you select a loop, for example, and you see on that, let's say you have a 4-bit or 8-bit or 16 or 2-bit, and you want to move the loop just a little bit over so it catches that word or phrase. You can do it with that one. Sample volume, when you're into the loops or samples, you can do that with this button here. This is the effects selector, so you can go from flanger to beat reverb to wah-wah, whatever that you selected as your effect. And this one is the second effect applier, or the multiplier, what you would call. For example, when you're in flanger, you know that you do that. This one extends the range of the flanger. For example, instead of doing that long, you can do it down to... I'll show you here in a second because that's sounding funny probably. Here you have the regular mixer on the middle, starting with the main gain. You have the high, mid, low, and the color. Here that goes... Here you have the mixer between the cue and the program. If you don't know what that is, if you put it on the program, right now, you will listen in your headphones what's exactly going out to your speakers. If you put on cue, now you can listen only what's in your headphones. Let's say you have this side playing to the main speakers or to the master, and this side that you're preparing, for example, the cue or whatever you're matching the beat or something. In this side now, you can hear it only. That's why sometimes you see DJs with only one headphone. That's for a reason. You put one headphone that you're hearing a preview of what's coming or what you're preparing, and in the other ear, you have open to the speakers that are playing the main master song. Going on with this one, on the middle, you have the booth. If you attach an extra one, I'll show you in a second. And here you have the master itself. If you have connected either XLR or RCA style speakers, or to a studio, whatever you have them connected to another mixer, the shift is here to switch between modes, search and scratch. As I said before, the plates are weighted plates, so are pressure sensitive. If you hit it just here and you have it in scratch mode, it will stop the song. If you spin only this side, for example, it will spin it less or slower. If you spin from the top, you'll spin a little bit more aggressive. So you'll do that instead of... I know I'm making too many sounds, so just bear with me. Here's going to be your fader that goes from left track to right track. Here's going to be your volume control for track 1 and track 2. And here's your cue that you can put it back on cue straight to your headphones, or you release it. And on the bottom, of course, we have the main functions, the cue points, that you can set them either as a hot cue right here, or you can set one cue point when you're starting something and you want to kind of blend in the next song coming out, and let's say you have the color down to low, and you're coming up just slowly, then release, as you see here. But then after that, you have, of course, the cup and the play buttons. And here you have the synchronizer that you can synchronize 2 tracks with each other. In this video, as you see here, I'm using Virtual DJ 2020. I call it Virtual DJ 8 because it has an easier workaround or work with different mixers. It recognizes them right away. And here on the side, you have the tempo that you can go faster or you can get down slower, as you see there on your screen on Virtual DJ. The functions are moving right away. And yes, these functions, as you see the slider moving there, look at the slider on the middle on the mixer. It moves them directly, as you see. the lag is next to 0. And as you see, right now I have it in search mode, but I can put it on scratch mode as well. And as you see now, it moves it faster. Let me put the headphones so I hear what I'm doing here, and you guys can hear too. And yes, it requires an adapter to put back into the mixer. It doesn't unfortunately have any regular 3.5, but adapters, these are available anywhere, or you can just buy a combo. It goes right here on the side. As you see, you will have your auxiliary sound or volume level, your microphone input, your headphones, and the headphone sound level, or called Q here. And in the other side of the mixer, we have this stuff here. As you see, these are the XLR balanced outputs. These are to the master. Here's the booth. Here's the input auxiliary. So for example, you can put, I guess, 2 more plates, or you want to play something directly from a phone or whatnot that comes up, you can do that. Here's the USB connector. It's just the same USB that we used to say printer USB. Here's the 5-volt input, 2 amps required, power button, and here you can route a cable if you want to make ground. And that is pretty much it. There's really nothing else. Written Gemini here. That physically, that is all it is on this mixer. And here we're now inside the virtual DJ. You select the tracks with this button right here. As you see, it goes up and down really easy. It has like a stopper that you can feel. If you press on it, you select that folder if you're in the folders. I'm not going to show folders here because there's a lot of personal stuff. You can go back with the back button right here. And if you want to load, for example, let's say I want to load this track on the first or left deck, just press load 1. And I want to load the next track, for example, right here on the second deck. And now they're both loaded. Don't forget, you don't want to press both at the same time. Usually there's so many styles of DJing, by the way. This is just a quick, simple video that I'm making just to make a case that this controller is still a good, viable controller, especially if you're just starting. You don't want to go crazy in equipment because this stuff is one of those rabbit holes that gets so deep. You will end up spending thousands of dollars. So be careful in the beginning, start slow. And this one, in my opinion, would be the best to start with. Now, it comes with Virtual DJ LE when you buy it. I unfortunately lost the CD that had the number on it, the license, and, well, the rest is history. I don't have it. That's why I'm using Virtual DJ 2020. But if you had the LE that comes with it when you buy it, you'll have some lights. They look kind of green and cute, and you'll have the lights going up and down here while it plays. Probably some of them will work even with a Virtual DJ 2020. And this one you're gonna see now is just one of the styles you can DJ, but out there's a million styles you can DJ about. This is just one of the simpler one to understand probably for you, and especially if you're a starter. There are more professional styles, so we're just gonna start with something simple and easy. You want to start, for example, you're about to play this track here. Let's say it's on max. This track is staying on minimum right now, let's say. But let me put the color on high, and let me put everything on 0 on the EQ. So we're talking about high, middle, and bass all on 0 here. So you'll see why this is good when we do the transition. Because now you can select to go, for example, start switching the bass from one side to the other, as you see here, or switching the highs from one side to the other, and so on and so on. So let me just play it and fade it from this track to this track as seamless as possible. And this is the sync technique, not beat sync, because beat sync manually you'll do with a dial here. But instead, we're going to do it with a sync that's on the newer controllers now, on all of them, I think. If I'm not wrong, is when I was working as a DJ, I was used with a CDJs that you insert a CD, and most of the time you ended up doing with a tempo, but now you have the sync, and sync doesn't always work. If one beat, for example, is, let's say, 78 the tempo here and 200 here, good luck synchronizing with a sync. Most of the time, then you'll end up just going by ear or going by manual tempo or trying to cue it slowly and so on. There's so many ways. This one is just going to be as an example to showcase the mixer or the controller, and in no way, shape, or form am I actually giving you instructions how to become a DJ. Let's play it. These are my tracks, by the way, so there's no problems with copyrights. And as you see, this was just an example. I'm probably a little bit rusty. It's been years since I haven't done this, so forgive me if I skipped a beat or I didn't match a beat. This is just a small kind of sample to show you what this mixer is actually, or controller, is capable of doing. These are just small things. And yes, if you're starting as a DJ, I highly suggest you start with this one. Now, on upcoming videos, I'll make a video with a Pioneer, but those guys are quite expensive, and I'm not gonna show you even the most expensive, but they're still quite expensive. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!